ABC News has been looking at how Australians are being targeted with election messages. So far, the Hidden Campaign project has uncovered the role of the union movement in a polling company, how a mobile phone app that helped Donald Trump become president is now used by one Conservative group in Australia, and how Scott Morrison and Bill Shorten have broken WeChat registration rules and risked being kicked off the social media platform while chasing the votes of Chinese Australians. Tonight, we expose a scare campaign against the Labor Party that's also being run on WeChat. Steve Kinane reports.
Unless you're on WeChat, you won't have been exposed to this part of the campaign. A series of attacks on Labor's refugee policy targeting Australian Chinese voters on their favourite social media platform. Included are false claims that Labor will allow in 1.5 million refugees across 10 years, that the policy will cost $10 billion a year, and that they will be housed in luxury apartments. One post has been viewed over 30,000 times. These statements are not authorised by any party or individual and have been dismissed by Labor as a desperate scare campaign. It's likely they're targeting marginal seats like Chisholm, Banks and Reid. Each electorate has around 12 to 15% Chinese Australian voters. We showed a version of one of these posts to Labor's candidate for Reid.
I think it should be authorised. I think this is an ad. I think if you're going to advertise to people, then you should put your name on it, you should authorise it, and you should be proud to stand behind it.
The ABC has seen no evidence the Liberal Party is behind these posts.
It definitely doesn't come from our side of the fence, Liberal side of the fence here in Reid. I've been a passionate supporter of our refugee intake policy. I've been very pleased to see it increase.
The Liberal Party has placed a cap on refugees at 18,750 a year. Labor plans to increase this to 32,000 over 7 years. And that has allowed this WeChat campaign to tap into the fears in the Chinese Australian community.
像难民来的话，他们可能就业会是一个主要的问题。
你都睇到㗎啦，新聞好多都唔係難民，有錢買入嚟嘅難民。
WeChat allows parties and their supporters to target Chinese Australian voters like no other form of social media. But inside those closed groups, messages are unauthorised, they're unsearchable, and it's impossible to trace the source of any misinformation. Candidates are resigned to the fact these kinds of campaigns are virtually impossible to stop. Steve Kinane, ABC News.